Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel and this is my library. In today's video, I bring you a reading journal update where I will be adding various challenges and buddy reads I will be completing in the month of May. Alright everyone, so just recently I filmed my May update and flip through where I updated my reading journal to reflect everything I had read in the month of May. That video was pretty lengthy, and as of the moment we finished that video, I did let you know that I would be doing a more creative video where I actually set up a couple new pages in my journal. So what I want to go ahead and do now is see what some of those things that I have to update are, and then kind of design those pages and work on those pages as we go along. So I do want to go ahead and update my index a little bit. It's been a while since I've updated the few new pages that I've added. So I believe I left off on 112 and 113, which was my thriller challenge. So let's jump to there and see what things I can go ahead and add. So here's my thriller challenge. After that, we had Oprah's book club. So I'm going to go ahead and add page 114 and 115 with Oprah's book club. And after that, we have the Good Morning America book club. So that'll be pages 116 to 117. Okay. Then we have Kayla's Besties book club. Then we had Middle Grade March. 120, 121. And now I'll go ahead and add 122, 123 for buddy reads. And again, I might need another spread for this eventually. But since I am getting near the ending of my journal, I like to just do one at a time. And maybe next year I can add more space or less space according to whatever my needs were this year. And this is going to be the Blurb game part 2. So this is a perfect example of this. So this will be Blurb game part 2. Blurb game should be around here somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and here put the Blurb game part 1. Just so that I know that it is continued elsewhere. And then this will be Summerween. And I think Summerween is actually going to take me more than 2 spreads because I have some printouts that I want to put on those pages. So I'm going to go ahead and not write that in yet because it'll probably be like 4 spreads or 3 spreads or something like that. So we'll do that toward the ending of the video. We'll come back to the index. As always, I know maybe not all of you watch all of my videos or you're new, so as I'm looking for certain pages, I'll still flip you through most of these, my books that I've read so far this year, my Goodreads challenge. I'm not updating anything as of now. I have I have, as of this moment, completed about 3 books. I think I've read 3 books already this month, but I am not really updating that. I'm going to save that for the ending of the month. That is not the purpose of this video. 25 and 25, the remnants of my 24 and 24, and the remnants of 23 and 23, my third time's a charm, my ABC challenge, my shelfie, buzzwordathon, and the cover buzzwordathon version, TBR book recommends, sneak peek spoiler alert. This is one of the books I've already finished this month. The Rainbow Challenge. And this is something I do want to update. So as you guys know, my TBR jar, if you watched my TBR video for the month of May, I did pull 2 new selections from my TBR jar, and those were the Soulmate Equation and Cheerleaders. So I am going to go ahead and add those to there. So these are printouts of my Libib catalog, and these are the ones that I fold and I pull from my TBR jar in case you missed that video. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut these a little bit so that they look a little nicer. All right, so I actually went ahead and picked both of these. So next time I'll have my husband pick from the TBR jar. I just happened to pick when he wasn't home for that video. So next time I'll make sure I have him add 1 or 2 of his own picks. And I'll go ahead and glue these down. I have had quite a few of you requesting some details about certain supplies that I use and so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and tell you my favorite permanent adhesive is this Tombow one, and it's real cool because you get to buy the replacements for it and you just swap out the cover, and they come with this bottom part and you just swap out this part, and they're really good. I find that they stick very well, they're not messy, they're easy to use. So I'll go ahead and add this one here. And we'll add the Soulmate Equation next to that. Okay. And this is a great example. Like if you do get it on whatever's underneath, you kind of just rub it away. It's so, so good. These don't make any kind of mess. So I'll go ahead and add that these were my picks. Just so that I know. So those have been updated. So then we have the book troop. Nothing to update there. For the Literally Dead book club, I do have some updates. So we have found out the June selection as well as the July selection. So I'll go ahead and peel these off. And add them to the page. And again, I do use my Canon Ivy for this. I believe I have shown you this before. And this is what it looks like. And this is just wonderful. It's pretty much my go-to for making little stickers. The sizes of the sticker paper are this big. I'm going to use this for something else now. This is the sizing of it. And so what I do is, using the same app, I print these out in 4s and just cut them so that I am getting 4 little covers of books with one paper. So I'm not spending a lot of paper, and I'm also not using up so much of my reader journal space, and it works very well for me. I have in the past before printed these on sticker paper and just kind of cut them with my Cricut. I've done that too. I just don't have my Cricut permanently on my desk, so I tend to mostly use my Cricut to print these out when I'm doing bulk printing. So usually that happens right at the beginning of the year when I am setting up my entire journal. So that's usually when I use my Cricut machine to do that. I pull that out and I print in bulk. But during the year, just for maintenance, I do use my Canon IV to print these out. Absolutely love these. There's quite a few of these erasers that I love. This Prismacolor Magic Rub is wonderful. It's one of those that really erases everything without leaving a trace behind. And I really do like that. I do most of my mapping out of stuff with pencil, which you'll see now in a little bit. My go-to pencils tend to be these. I find that they're so smooth, and they erase very well with these, so love using those. So I've updated this one. My Christie challenge doesn't need updating. My tarot card game does not need updating right now, but I did another sneak peek. You guys got a lot of sneak peeks in these videos. I did start reading Everyone Who Can Forgive Me Is Dead. I'm probably 3 or 4 chapters in and really enjoying it. I like the narrative voice of the main character. It's been pretty fun so far. So we get to the blurb game, and I have all these little notes for myself. I do this a lot. I find that it helps me with my planning. If at times I'm not going to record a video or I'm not updating my journal, but I want to remember things that I want to do, I use a lot of post-its and just remind myself, hey, update this page or do this, or you need to add a new one of these. So this is going to be for the blurb game. I have a few things to add because I finished Tiny Threads. That unlocked another book. And because I finished The Mystery of the Locked Rooms, that unlocked another book. So I'll go ahead and put these back here for the blurb game. I'm going to put them right here, and then I'll go ahead and decorate those pages in a little bit when we get there. Nothing for the years of publication or the scavenger the scavenger hunt game. Nothing for the game of bookish cards. Nothing for Read with Jenna or Reese's Book Club. Nothing yet with my Kindle Unlimited. Nothing for the scratch off game or my anticipated reads. Nothing for the Midnight Book Club Society. Besties Book Club has been updated. We will begin reading The Cabin at the End of the World later on this week. No updates for the Read Around the World challenge. My 5-star reads. Tackle your TBR. New month, new favorites. Nothing here yet. Okay, so we're getting there. So I do have an update for Oprah's book club. She just announced The Emperor of Gladness by Ocean Vuong as the new selection, and Ocean Vuong is one of my favorite authors. On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous is one of my favorite books. He's such a gifted storyteller, writer, and I'm very excited because it's a new novel that I have not read, and usually most of his works are poems, yet his novels read like poetry. That's the beautiful thing about Ocean Vuong's writing, so I definitely am interested in picking this up for Oprah's book club. Good Morning America, Kayla's Besties, Middle Grade March. So finally we get to our buddy read spread. So this is something I'm going to work on today with you here. And I have already done one buddy read with my husband, and we just recorded this video, a review and discussion of The Eyes of the Dragon. So I'm going to go ahead and do something there for that. And I am currently reading The Tenant as a part of a buddy read I will be doing with two booktuber friends. And so I also want to have some space for that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start decorating this page, and I have a couple ideas of what I want to do for it. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm going to start thinking a little bit and looking through my supplies and seeing where I want to go with this. So I'll go ahead and kind of speed you through this part and then come back and tell you kind of what I did with it. All right, so I went ahead and completed this. So I decided to use some stickers from this Bookworm Volume 3 sticker book. I really do love a lot of the designs on here, and they're very classy. And I went ahead and added the buddy read that I completed with my husband. I put that we did that in May of 2025 in my rating. And so I'll go ahead and complete the Tenant one, and of course take a screen capture or a screenshot of my video thumbnail or of the live that I will be doing with my booktube friends once we complete that, and put a sticker of that there to document it. I should be able to fit these two and two more here. So again, if I do need extra space, I'll go ahead and add some to the back, but I do want to be conservative with a lot of the spacing simply because I'm getting toward the ending of my journal. So I'll go ahead and do that when the time comes. So next, I'm going to go ahead and continue the blurb game. So this will be part 2 of the blurb game. I'm going to go ahead and take out my notes. And I'm going to look for reference toward my other blurb game just to see what that looks like again. So I've been using these. I think I want to continue this. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of continue this. I'll handwrite the top and then do some stickers, but I do need a lot of space for these, so I'm going to do minimal decorating on this one. All right, so I'll go ahead and get started and then bring you back once I'm done. So I went ahead and added the blurb game part 2. I did finish reading Tiny Threads, and this was blurbed by Cynthia Pelayo. And I did have on my TBR from Cynthia Pelayo the book Loteria. I've been wanting to read that for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and add it to my TBR because of the blurb game. And then I did finish reading The Mystery of the Locked Rooms, and that was blurbed by R.L. Stine. I'm currently leaving this blank as there are a couple things that I'd like to read. I can either continue my Goosebumps journey, or I can also continue my Fear Street journey. So I'm going to leave it blank to allow myself some wiggle room, but as long as I'm reading something R.L. Stine, I should be good for this one. And that's really all the updates. I'm sure I will continue updating this with the books I'm currently reading, but I will do that come the ending of May when I do my video update. So now it's time to look at Summerween, and Summerween is something I do participate in every year. I've also participated in Winterween, and it's one of my favorite readathons. It is hosted by Gabby Reads, and I'll make sure I link her announcement video and her channel down below. But yeah, she was, well, she always is, but she was kind enough to give us all these cute little printouts. So this is actually the Summerween announcement with the new graphics and artwork. It also shows us the date, July 5th through the 12th is when Summerween will be happening. And I wanted to go ahead and include this one as a part of my decorations for that. I'll go ahead and show you all the little printouts and then kind of see where I want to fit this in. So we also have the Summerween reading prompts. So these are the 5 reading prompts. We also have the Instagram prompts that you can post on your Instagram on a daily basis for each of the days of the week that the readathon will be happening. She went ahead and also created a Summerween bingo, which seems really, really good. And I think as long as you are following the prompts or completing the prompts, you're also completing bingo. So it's like a 2-for-1. And then, of course, there's the post for you to do your TBR. I have not yet mapped out or thought about what I want my TBR to be for this. It's still a little bit ahead of time. So for now, all I'm really wanting to do is kind of map it out on my reading journal. and create a space for it. So I'm going to try to see how I can fit these. It's going to be a little bit difficult without having to dedicate an entire page to them, which I'm not super thrilled about, but I kind of like being able to do that, because then if I do this here, maybe I can write down here what I'm completing, and then maybe if I do this like here, I can print out my little posts from Instagram on this page. So I kind of like that. I think I'm going to do it like that. So then maybe these can go together. This will be the announcement. I can probably shorten this one a little bit. So these will be here. Then this will be the Instagram posts, and then I'll print out my various posts so I can document what I posted. And then I can do my bingo and my Summerween TBR here. So yeah, I think that's how I want to do it. So let me go ahead and set these up. I'll go ahead and fast forward you a little bit through this part as I'm planning how I'm going to put these on the page, and then I'll come back and chat with you. All right, guys, so I went ahead and wrapped up my Summerween spreads. So here is the announcement for Summerween with, of course, the dates. I did use my Tombow markers for this, which I have an entire review up on my channel. These are my absolute favorite ones, and I just recently purchased the full set of 108, so I'm very excited with those and to be using those in my journal. So I went ahead and added my Summerween title here. I taped down the Summerween announcement. I used a little bit of this Simply Gilded washi tape. This is one of my favorite washi tapes. I think I have a couple rolls of this. I remember I did buy a few of these because this is like my absolute favorite washi tape. I think it's so beautiful what it does with the light. It's so pretty. And I thought it went well with this. Then over here, I went ahead and put the Summerween prompts. I did kind of outline very quickly some of the lines here and number them. I tried to divide them equally so I can go ahead and write down when I read a book in the dark or at night, what book I choose, I'll go ahead and write the name of the book and the author here. And I'll do that for all 5 of those. So I left some space here for that. Then this is for my Instagram prompts. And so there's 8 of them because the readathon for the first time ever is running for 8 days. So I figured I would have space to print out my 8 posts here, maybe do 2, 4, 6, and 8. So I guess I'll divide this into 4 and 2 columns and be able to do that, 4 and 4, and do my little pictures on my Canon printer. I'll be able to do that as I am posting them. So that should be easy enough. Then for the bingo board, I kind of did these arrows. Normally I like doing my bingo boards like this. I know you guys have seen my bingo boards before for the months. So let me show you those. That's my favorite kind of way of doing it. I just draw little arrows and I put what book I read for that. I've tried like a list and numbering them, but I like the little arrows. So I went ahead and drew some arrows to kind of put what I did. So if I watch a scary movie, I'll put the title of the movie here. If I read a book in the dark, I'll put the title of the book there, so on and so forth. And then lastly, here is the Summerween TBR. So I will soon, maybe at the ending of this month, sit down and think of what do I want to include as my Summerween TBR. And I'll print out my usual stickers and put them on there. And yeah, that pretty much sums that up. So I am using 1 spread, 2 spreads, and 3 spreads for Summerween. So let me go back here. Let me make sure I added buddy reads. I did. So it'll be page 126. And let's just double triple count. 126, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. So we'll get to 131. And that will be Summerween. I feel like there were a lot more of these printables for Summerween than what we had for Winterween, if I recall. Yeah, for Winterween. Maybe I didn't do the rest. I think that might have been what happened. So for Winterween, I printed the TBR and the prompts. I don't think I included the Instagram ones and everything else. But there were less of them, or maybe no, maybe there's still 5. Yeah, there's still 5 prompts. What I'm missing is the Instagram ones. So yeah, that pretty much wraps that part up. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much my update for my reading journal. I wanted to walk you through the thought process of setting up those pages, because a lot of the times I fill in my content, but you don't really see me going through a lot of how I put things together and how I do them. I've changed throughout the years the method in which I do these. Some years I rely more on stickers or washi tape. Other years I like to draw more things or use more ephemera. And it really all depends on my timing and how complicated my life is during that particular moment. If when I'm designing these, I happen to be very busy, as I am now. It's the month of May and it's our last month of the school year, so I don't have a lot of time during these months to be more creative with my journal. So I just kind of piece it together and put it together with my stickers and my washi. And I love that that's a very quick thing, that I can kind of do this within 20-30 minutes and move on and have everything set up. When I do have extra time, then I can play a little bit more with my various stamps. And that's something I do enjoy, using my stamps. and drawing some of my things, but that does take a long time for me. I'm not a natural when it comes to drawing, so I find that it's a little bit quicker to kind of do that. But I really do hope that you enjoyed this video of me setting up my pages for some future challenges and buddy reads that I have happening. Even still, as of the filming of this, I'm a little bit behind. There is one more book club that I want to set up some pages for, which is for one of my booktube friends, but I think I will do that on my next filming. I'll be able to add that. And yeah, that pretty much covers this video. I hope you learned a little bit more about some of the things that I use and how I put together my pages. I will be doing soon a video on specifics of the different supplies that I use, and markers and highlighters and pens and my go-tos. I know I do mention them every now and then as I am doing my spreads or I'm updating my journal, but I do plan on doing something a little bit more extensive for that, since some of you have been requesting it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel so that I can continue bringing you more content like this one. It really does help. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, or night. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.